What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I'm Poetry. You are here for another recap and review. This is Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 8, Street Struck. I'm going to start off with the housekeeping. My tooth might fall out. Just let y'all know that right now. For those of y'all who have been on this channel, y'all know that I got a fake tooth. And right now, it's not sitting properly. And it may fall out sometime during this episode. I've been having a fake tooth since I was 25 years old, so forget y'all. Anywho. This thought I find it funny for people who don't know. Okay, so anywho, on May 16th, season finale of Raising Kanan will be hosted live on my Discord channel. It's going to be a live watch. You can interact. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, May 16th. You need to go to my community tab and find a video or a comment that's talking about the watch parties or what have you, and invite yourself in that way. If the link is already expired, you may be a little too late. I don't know. I may open it up again at the beginning of another season of shows, but yeah. If you're a member of this channel, you have an active link to the end of time for you to use to sign up for the Discord. It is free as long as you have a Discord account. Then you can go onto my server and watch whatever I watch live. Sometimes I watch random movies. Sometimes I'll play music. Like last night, I was in my 90s mode all night for about 5 hours. I play music over there. So join the Discord if you want to catch up on this. I'll also be doing The Handmaid's Tale. And I'm going to watch that show Paradise. Yeah, that'll be over there on Discord as well. But anyway, we had a week off of Raising Kanan. I don't know why they did a week off at end of episode 7. They should have did it at 5 halfway through, but they did it at 7. And we come back with 8, and I feel like I'm missing something. We come back from the break, and Marvin is hijacking Quan. Now, I'm not mad at this because Quan thought he was Big Charles McGraw, and I couldn't stand him anyway. I really don't care about no other people. The Italians, the Vietnamese, the Koreans, the Chinese, the Afghans. I don't care about none of them. Okay, for real. I don't think they should be in our motherfucking business, first of all. But since they are, kill them. And I'm happy about the fact that you kill them. But how did we get here is my question. I thought Stefano was the target. That's the last conversation that Marvin and Rock had. They had to take out Stefano. Well, Marvin is in Quan's place, wrecking shop, putting holes in everyone and everybody who didn't walk in the door with him. And Quan is like, you don't know who you fucking with. You don't know who you fucking with. They always talk tough when they got a gun at their head. And he said, you don't know who backing me. It's always somebody backing somebody, which is crazy in this town. Who's actually running the game then? It seemed like the Italians are the one that's running every motherfucking thing. They acting like Quan was the big time connect, and they had to, he's the only person to get the heroin from because I was going to say Javi. Was it Javier? Joaquin didn't want to distribute heroin into the queens. So he's still answering to somebody else. But who the fuck is he answering to? Come to find out he's just another connect. That's all he is. Well, Marvin telling you worried about the wrong shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? You talking about who backing you instead of who's standing in front of you with a motherfucking gat in your face. Now give me the damn numbers to the safe. And I swear that combination on that safe was my high school locker combination. I don't know if all master locks have the same code. 10282. I still remember from high school. I still got the damn lock. And that was the same code that was on this doggone safe. So Marvin got into the safe, not even sure exactly what all he took, be it dope or be it cash, but we do know that he took a bag of diamonds. A small stash, not many. Marvin removed his ski mask, which I was shocked that he wore in the first place. Marvin has never walked around covering up himself. Even when he did the shoot over with Sal, he was in the post office uniform, but his face still wasn't covered. He wearing a whole fucking ski mask for this particular one. It's so unlike Marvin. But when he took it off, Quan was like, hold up, you Rock brother, right? I'm like, you couldn't tell by his voice? Marvin has a very distinctive voice. He said, nah, I'm more than that, dog. I'm more than that. I'm the one who took you the fuck out. Okay, far as I can tell, he took everyone out. So what was the need for the mask in the first place? I didn't even see him put it back on to leave out the building. But he killed Quan, and Quan is dead. Okay, so we go over to Lou and Amani insecure ass. I don't know why is she here? Why is she a part of this show? Somebody answer, okay? Ladies, were y'all feeling Lou like that? when he showed his cocoa butter buns on screen, y'all got excited. Look, joints tightened all up. Is that what y'all feeling? I don't feel like that about Lou. Lou cute, okay, but he definitely got swag, okay, for sure. But I don't find him attractive. We talked about that before. I find somebody cute but not attractive. Not somebody that I want to get down with. Nobody that I cross my legs for and be like, he's not that type of person. But he showed his little naked ass on screen. I'm quite sure a few of y'all fell out of y'all skin. She came out like, oh, you put in work, Big Daddy. You put in work. Her wig was still on straight, not nair hair out of place. Not nair. I'm just saying, okay. But every time lately that we got this heifer on screen, she coming here pressing him about who the fuck he fucking. Girl, y'all ain't even in a relationship. And if you got that little of trust with him, why the fuck you keep opening your legs to him? Why are you there? She presented herself as a very confident person, confident as hell. But every time she opened her fucking mouth now, her confidence wavers. And it annoys the shit out of me. I don't get why they trying to focus and force this damn girl on Lou. I told y'all what my theory was. They was trying to just make him seem like he into black women when his preference has been Latino or lighter skinned women. So they trying to appease to the fans by him being with his dark sister. But she ain't shit. Her confidence is so wavering it annoys me. Oh, and I can't stand the way that she drag out her fucking words with her fucking nasal fry. It really bugs the shit out of me. What is her purpose? Again, what is her purpose? Anyway, child, they just gonna skip right on over the fact that Joyce died. Ain't that gonna make a big deal about it at all. I'm not gonna have no memorial, nothing. After they drug us on for weeks and weeks and weeks about her fucking dying. I know that I said I can care less about her dying, but damn, they act like they did care. At least Kanan cared. Kanan ain't shed one fucking tear about his grandmother yet. Well, be realer, he get rolled up on by Kenyatta. Okay. They doing a whole check basically to make sure that he not gonna rat them out. And to seal the deal, they tell him we gonna hit Geflin real house this time. Okay. Be real is like, no, the block too hot, you know what I'm saying? Plus Geflin got nervous and moved all his money. How would you know that he moved his money? Why would he be telling that shit to you? Okay, why would he share that with you? But Kenyatta think that he just running scared and acting like a little bitch, which he is. And he let him know, we gonna come back there. We gonna get it. And we gonna come back with you, whether you want to or not. Okay. As far as Kanan goes, the OC is still missing. Okay. Missing in action. And without a doubt, he is positive that OC is the one that stole his cash. So, they all don't seem too concerned about how much money and how much work they have been losing over these past couple months. Okay, none of them seem to be moving with any purpose in regards to the missing money and the missing work. None of them. Not Rock, not Kanan, none of them. Okay, Kanan has looked everywhere, high and low for him, but at his mama house, the place that he lived. Why you haven't looked there first? That don't make no sense to me either. That's the first place you should look. But you say, you know what? I'm going to go over there and I'm going to talk to the mama. She'd probably be easier to talk to me as a woman than she would to talk to you. So she going to go instead. And I'm like, if he's still in town, because if he's smart, he wouldn't be. But then again, the way they writing the show, OC probably ain't going to be too smart. Meanwhile, Kanan tell Juke that he's suspicious of his mama being the one that kills Fame. She's like, no. Rock would never do that. She love Famous. Rock almost took out her own fucking son. What you talking about? Okay. Did she love Famous for real? She wouldn't help him get out of jail. She wouldn't let him move in when he needed a place to stay. She didn't support his fucking music or his career. And she threatened his life every fucking chance she could. She really loved him? If that's what you call love, I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it, right? But like Kanan said, she supposedly loved D Wiz too, and look what happened to him. Okay, well, Juke is in full on denial that it could be Rock. I'm still thinking that she had something to do with it because it only makes sense. That's the only storyline that makes sense to me, that Rock has something to do with it, because Fame knew too much about them and their operation. Okay, well, Kanan tell her he saw Rock paying off the cops, and you said if the cops put him down, somebody from the streets had to pay him off. So far as he know, she been paying him off for a few months. And everybody like, why is she paying him? What makes sense? What sense does it make she paying him? I don't understand why she paying him either. I really don't. But Juke is like, no, not my rock, not my rock. Juke, come on now. You seem to be the smartest one of all the Thomases. And you know, just like Kanan know, that Rock is capable of any fucking thing. In the meantime, he gonna go over and ask Snaps and Pops what they know about what happened to Fame, because they got connection with the police, so they want to find out what the police may be able to dig up. So next we go over to Akbar. Is that like a New York name? Y'all let me know if y'all from New York or y'all know somebody named Akbar. Is that like a New York name? I have never met one person that is named Akbar that was not from New York. Even the one Akbar I knew in California was from New York. Is that like a localized name? Because I never heard it anywhere else outside of New York. And I guess New Jersey, since this Akbar is supposed to be from New Jersey. I don't know. Anyway, they hanging out in the tailor shop. And OC is in there with Akbar. And he been waiting on Unique apparently for a few hours now. And I'm like, where are their cell phones? Where's their phones? And why is your dumb ass still around? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did you rob Kanan just for new Unique? You didn't get none for yourself? What the fuck is wrong with you? Unique didn't even know how much money was in there, if that's what you did. When Unique came in, like he just got off stage greeting his groupies and shit. Yeah, what up, dog? What up? What up? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, right? So yeah, OC stuck Kanan for Unique. And now OC want permission from Unique to leave town. These mugs straight clowns. They clowns. Unique is like, what did he tell him? He said, oh, Unique said, well, if Kanan think that you did that shit, and he believed that me and you did that shit, then why the fuck are you here? Because that's all you doing is confirming. If anybody see you, they just confirming you and me working together, right? So OC is steady begging him in the background for a dime or a dollar or two, get him a little sandwich, get on the bus so he can get the fuck out of town. And Akbar come tell Unique that Quan got dropped. Immediately, Unique know it's Rock. I'm like, did he say, what did he say? He say, she couldn't go head up with me, so she gonna come after my motherfucking connect? She trying to hurt my business? I'm like, ain't that what you just did, Unique? That's exactly what you've been doing. Akbar, like, you know, it's a robbery. It's supposed to be a robbery. We don't know that it was Rock. You know what I'm saying? Unique stupid, but he ain't that stupid, okay? He's stupid, but he ain't that stupid. So he's saying, fuck what the Italians want. They've been calling them Dagos this whole episode. They haven't called the Italians Dagos none of this season, but now all of a sudden they call them the Italian Dagos. They said, fuck what the Italians want. He gonna take Rock down. So OC, like I said, is still begging, like he trying to sell a cheeseburger to Mad Dog. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Unique say, fine. You wanna go? Pow, 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 pow. Lit his ass up. Now you gone. Poop. Be gone. I mean, that's one way to calm a nigga down, is to shoot his ass and shut his mouth up. But the dudes that's around you, they are niggas for hire, okay? They not your friends. They not loyal to you. Any of them could drop a dime on you for the right fucking price. They have no loyalty. But, you know, he did skirt him a little bit. They acted like they was like, oh shit, this nigga crazy. Okay, that's exactly how they did act. Now, speaking of snitching, B Rilla just sold his boys out to Lou. He confessed to his involvement and how he backed out, but now they gonna go back and he gaffling up again. Not only did he tell Lou that he was involved, he actually told Lou who else was involved. Basically, he just dragged Lou into something that has nothing to do with him. Not a damn thing to do with him. Lou, you ain't got no loyalty to B Rilla either, okay? He is your employee. You have no loyalty to his ass. Lou tell him that he's a fucking idiot. And I'm like, Lou, if you go after these dudes for B Rilla, you an idiot too. That's how I feel about it. Well, Rafis finally get with Rock and let her know that he getting the shipment in, finally, within the week instead of the month that he told her last time. Baby, Rock was rocking that houndstooth pantsuit. Baby, that's some itchy ass material, because they usually make that shit out of wool though. I am shocked to see Marvin sitting up here with Rafis with Rock. I'm shocked to see that, because when he said he wanted to meet all her partners, the only partner that she presented to him was Stefano. She didn't bring her brother along, okay? But now he's sitting up here in the meeting. Rock is feeling real good about herself, that everything is, the wheels are starting to turn. But when she told Marvin that they was changing the game, and he gave her that point, like, I got you, I felt something in my soul. I felt like Miss Honey may be right. This may be Marvin's last season, because shit is about to hit the fan. And speaking of shit, Garcia, he slides his shitty ass on up into the tailor shop. Unique's resurrection has hit the streets, and now the cops come knocking. So he walked in on Unique saying that he need to settle the score. And it was like, well, who you need to settle the score with? And then he started asking Unique about, Unique started asking Akbar, but then he cleaned up the back. Now, you know damn well all these dudes don't work there, Garcia. You know this shit. And Garcia, and then he gonna tell Akbar, and Akbar like, yeah, we good. You heard this nigga say we good. You ain't questioning about what that's about. He ain't cleaning up textiles and buttons in the back. Okay, now they go back in the back because it's cleaned up back there, but the couch was shot up too. Remember, it was feathers and shit all flying around and everything. But there's no bullet holes. Or Unique covering up with his ass. Or they had a new furniture delivery where Unique didn't know the furniture was delivered for him to question Akbar or whether or not it was cleaned up. And plus, it was all in a matter of minutes. Okay, anyway, they can get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. They can for me. Garcia wanted to talk about Ronnie. And why Ronnie was found dead next to Howard. Okay. At the end, when it's all said and done, Unique is his number one suspect. That's basically what he's saying. So Kanan learned from Snap, Crackle, and Pop that Quan is dead, and that Rock may have something to do with it. Now, it's believable for Kanan because his mama's capable of anything. But Kanan didn't know nothing about that. All he wanted them to do was check with their connects and find out what's going on with Fame. They just gave him this whole speech about how they really fond of him, okay? But they not fond of the company that he keep. And I already see where this is going. They kill Fame. That's all that's telling me. They kill Fame. And it makes it non-excitable for me. And it's bullshit too. Because Fame wasn't around Kanan. Okay? He was not hanging with Kanan. Fame was over in the studio, over in the bar, doing his own motherfucking thing, recording the album. He had left Kanan alone other than to say how about or invite him to his doggone shows. He wasn't fucking with Kanan like that. Okay? So for them to say that we don't like the company that you keep, that let me know that they killed Fame. That's all they're saying. If anything, they should have went after OC. They should have went after Crystal. They should have went after Juke or his biker boys. Somebody that has some deep knowledge of what's going on with his affiliations. Not Fame. When Pops asked, how do you know that we talk to the police? That proved my point right there. Okay? Kanan was right there with y'all when y'all was talking to the police and y'all was paying them off and he was leaving out, and then y'all began to brag about how y'all do business, who y'all get down with, and who y'all got in y'all pocket. Now you playing dumb, bitch, please. Okay, anyway, they told him that they would look into it as long as he looked into what happened to Quan, because it must be open season out here for everybody and they want to make sure that they not affected by it. So Marvin go over to Early's to pick up his drop. And I was like, why is Early giving Marvin money? He working for Stefano. Okay. Why Marvin making the money transfer for them? And I could see him figuring out the guy that Stefano was talking about, to find out if Early know anything about that, and see if that's the same person that Early was talking about. So Early said, we dropped him because you said we could. Well, Marvin said, handle it. This is your business. You handle your business, right? And for Early to have been in this business before, which is why Marvin recommended him to Stefano, I'm clueless as why he felt he need to ask Marvin permission to handle anybody. Problem is, he used his cousin. His cousin has a mouth. His cousin is known to be bragging about his conquest that got him locked up already before. So somehow, but now it's Marvin's fault that all this shit is happening. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with this Marvin's fault at all. But I felt like when he told Early to handle shit, he meant that shit. That's your fucking business, right? Now, I know Stefano said he was going to blame Marvin for whatever went wrong, but still, it wasn't his fucking job to be concerned about what the fuck Early was actually doing for real, for real. But anyway, Juke goes over to OC's house. His mama apparently ain't there. The brother answered the door. Because they made this brother look like he looked, I figured he finna do something crazy to Juke. It was clear. It was predictable. Some dude answered the door and he like, she's like, I'm just trying to figure out where OC at, yada yada. He's like, yeah, I know where you at, but come inside. I got something on the stove. And she did. What sense did that make? He could tell you that shit on the porch. If he tell you where he at, he could tell you on the porch. Juke walks in, oblivious, and bruh starts to flex behind her and question why, she looking for OC while grabbing his dick. I say, he about to be her next body. Because while she moseying along looking at the family photos, his dick getting hard, and he tried to get him some from her, right? Well, Juke leaned into her military training, her hand-to-hand combat, and took his ass down. But I don't care what the fuck y'all say. The military does not get you to that level of skill doing boot camp. What she exhibited in this scene is years and years of training, but it's whatever. Okay, she then pulled a strap on him just to get out of him that he didn't know where the fuck OC was at. I was like, she was there to question his mama though. You ain't asked about where the mama at? Nothing like that. Anyway, she let him live, which was a dumb move in my opinion. Because I'm like, Juke is pulling out her gun on a lot of people and she's not pulling the trigger. And from my history in the streets and people I know, that was one of the motherfucking rules that you live by. You pull out the gun, you use that bitch, or it's gonna come back and be used on you. That's what I knew. But okay, we gonna let you keep getting away with this shit like that, and ain't nobody coming after her or retaliating. Y'all ain't that motherfucker scared of this girl. Y'all ain't that motherfucker scared of her. Anyway, so just like I said, Pops and Smoke paid the cops to take out Fame. Make it make sense. This story is full of shit. They claim that they had to put Fame down because he could track back to them how, when, where. Fame had never had dealings with them at all. Okay? Just because he knows Kanan, like I said, then Juke should have been gone. Crystal should have been gone. But Famous, police. Famous was around when Kanan was still selling weed. Okay? He had the weed empire with the white dude. That's when Famous was around. When Ronnie came around, Fame had no knowledge of what Kanan was doing with Snaps and Pop. Hell, when Ronnie came around, he hadn't even got them integrated with Snaps and Pop before he scared Fame off. Okay? So Fame didn't know nothing about it. He wasn't hanging around Kanan any longer. So this whole story, they trying to pull wool over y'all motherfucking eyes, but I ain't falling for it. I would have believed the story more if they was going to say that they was Freddie's kinfolk or something. Maybe Pops and Smoke would have been Freddie's long lost mama and daddy or auntie and uncle or something like that, and they looking out for family. Sell me that lie, but don't sell me that lie that Fame was a threat to them. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. This is some weak ass shit to me. This whole episode is some weak shit to me. Some weak sauce. Unique up here begging Russo for permission to deal with Rock. That's some weak ass shit too. You already had your motherfucking business established. You had the money to buy some people yourself, some power, some smoke. I forgot the word I'm using. The muscle. You had some money to do that yourself, but you went to Russo and begged for his fucking muscle, and it's how you end up with motherfuckers from Newark, New Jersey, 85 fucking miles from Queens. Okay, and then Lou getting that Kenyatta some shit that he didn't have nothing to do with. It was some weak ass shit to me too. I'm not impressed with none of it. None of it. Although I am Team Lou, I agree with Kenyatta. Your blood so motherfucking diluted, you not worth a grain of salt anymore. Not on these streets anyway. And I know Lou, he gonna show them better than he can tell them. I already know this. But Kenyatta ain't told one lie. Because I've been saying this for weeks. Why the fuck y'all giving these Italians so much fucking power over y'all? I never understood that. Unique included. I don't understand it. The moment that they ask for permission and then they all start paying these motherfuckers to be told how to use y'all permission, I was like, y'all ain't shit. I've been feeling this way for weeks now. So Kenyatta basically said to Lou everything that I've been feeling. Well, Lou came to them on some bullshit over Kenyatta. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he's fighting for a motherfucking woman. Okay? You ain't that nigga's keeper. You not his keeper. And if it had worked out, B Rilla wouldn't have said shit to you. He wouldn't have said shit to you. Kenyatta didn't like Lou's interference, which I could understand. So he said that Lou and B Rilla gotta fucking go. And I'm like, Lou, B Rilla is work. He not family. He should be nothing personal to you. He just simply business, baby. And you still gonna have your business if this nigga wasn't around. But Lou decided he was gonna go in there and speak up for him and be a big brother to Kenyatta. So anyway, Rock tell Marvin that he needs to snooze Stefano, right? Or to smooth Stefano. I said snooze. They do need to snooze his ass. That was the original plan, but instead they took out Quan. But he need to go over there and smooth him, make him feel real good about what's going on, about their situation. And then he tell her, look, there might be a problem because I got an early situation. Now, I forgot. I said this earlier too, and I said, why the fuck was Marvin up there taking money? I forgot that Marvin did make a deal with Early to get a piece of the pie for him linking him up with Stefano. But that was just a link. That's all that was. And I know Stefano said that Marvin was going to be responsible if shit went sour. I understand that too. So, but that's what the money was for. So it wasn't like a transfer. But this is now surfacing that could fuck up what Rock got going on. And it annoys me how Rock never takes accountability. It annoys me how she never takes accountability. They saying Marvin was responsible for Early, right? Whatever Early did wrong, Marvin is responsible. Even Early is holding Marvin responsible. Stefano is holding Marvin responsible. Rock is holding him responsible in regards to that Early situation. But if Marvin fuck up on behalf of Rock, Rock don't take no accountability. It's all Marvin. Don't that seem like that kind of sideways, girl? It's the same situation. He doing work for you. If he fuck up, it fall back on you. That's your fault. But again, she takes no responsibility for it. Okay? She's the one telling him to handle shit the same way Marvin was telling Early to handle it. What's good for the goose should be good for the fucking gander. Well, Unique round his ass back over there to Pops and Snap. And they both like, nigga, we see more of you now since you dead than we did when you was alive. He want to butter them up. He want them to go talk to Stefano because they cool with him. And he could try to go talk to Russo and get cool and butter him up. See if they can get a peace treaty going on between the Italians. Get them to stand down about not hurting Rock. Because he want his opportunity to get in there, right? And as long as Stefano was watching her back on this side and Russo trying not to stir anything up with Stefano, they never gonna be able to get it at Rock the way they want to. So now is their opportunity. And they should be asking Unique about Quan, but they didn't ask him anything. They just said that he was dead and how you feel about that. You asked Kanan to find out what you could find out about Quan. Why you ain't asking Unique? He's sitting here in his face. Unique's getting on my nerves. No. Unique has been on my nerves. He talks all this cash money shit about he the man and how he doing this and he a boss and he running these streets, but he's steady running them motherfuckers to beg them for backup to go up against Rock. It annoys the shit out of me. Okay, finally, once I get clarity on why Stefano was important, finally, y'all, he is running the ports where the shipments come in. I forgot all about this. I do not remember this, and y'all must not have known either, because I'm asking every freaking episode, why is Stefano so fucking important? And nobody said a thing. So don't be coming in my comment section act like y'all knew all the fucking time. Y'all didn't know either. But my thing is, Fareed was already moving weight. He was moving weight before he met Rock. He was already a heavy hitter before he met Rock. He was somebody that Stefano didn't even know. So what ports was he using before now? Why he needs Stefano permission to bring shit in? He was already bringing shit in before. Doesn't make sense to me. But okay, we're going to use Stefano for his ports for some fucking reason. These stories are so convoluted. Okay, Marvin tells Stefano what the tea is, okay? Stefano tell Marvin why it's not a good idea. What am I talking about, though? About the whole Russo peace treaty situation, or taking Russo out, or handling Jersey boys and shit like that. Okay, well, Stefano tell Marvin why he don't think that's a good idea. And Marvin is steady sitting there, yes sir, master, no sir, master, we got this, master, whatever you want us to do, master, face ass, that's what he doing. Then he questions Marvin about his dead compadre that ended up in the river. Marvin denies knowing anything about it. And Stefano threatens to close casket anybody that had anything to do with that, including Marvin. And Marvin is sitting there like, okay, yes, sir. Okay. Annoys the shit out of me. So, speaking of closed casket, OC body turns up in a dumpster. That's how the New Jersey crew cleaned up the mess. Was to dump him in a dumpster. No trash bag, not bagged up, not carpet rolled, none of that. Where anybody could just find him out in the open and picking up with the Monday trash. They found him with ease. Kanan get home and tell Krista that she need to go, or she might be next. Looking at the pattern and everything that's going on, everybody is getting popped, and he didn't want her to get hurt. Okay, we go back over to Early's shop, and Early's cousin Londale was the next in line to get popped. And I was like, if it's anybody other than Rock and Marvin coming up here, I know they playing in our faces. But he outside taking a piss because Early too fucking broke making all this goddamn gangster money, but he too fucking broke to fix his fucking toilet for 2 months, so he got to go outside and take a piss. Marvin woke up behind him, surprisingly just knew right when the man was gonna be outside taking a pee, and put one to the back of the man's head. Everything went super fast after this. Remember earlier in the season I started talking about these 10-second clips? That's what the end of this episode was, 10 to 20-second clips. So bear with me, because I had to bear with it watching it. Okay, so everything went fast after this. Like I said, Rock went to the doc, got her dope. It's a 10-second scene. Primo came and told Kanan they found OC. Kanan said, fuck! Okay, 15-second scene. B Rilla tried to call Lou a punk ass bitch for not handling his motherfucking problems and handling Kenyatta for him. 20-second scene. Kenyatta wait for Lou to exit the building that they just went into. A 5-second scene. Crystal somehow knew where Rock lived and showed up at her house and came out there to tell her about and came out to talk to her about Kanan. That was a 10-second scene. Garcia comes into a pizza joint that Juke is like, he following her and questions her about Unique. 15-second scene. Crystal tell Rock she lack accountability. 20-second scene. And then the cycle just kept repeating and repeating and repeating. I guess they were trying to build up suspense, but it wasn't working for me. When Kanan went to OC house later on, I thought he was about to step to the brother for what he did to Juke, but he worried about who got OC. Why the fuck you care? Fuck him. This dude just hit your ass up, took you for everything that you fucking got. Kwame is a bitch. Let it go. Okay? Kenyatta, he's sitting outside with Julius. It's dark fucking 30. Lou still ain't brought his ass outside the doggone building. 10-second scene. Crystal get on the bus. Kanan too fucking cheap to get her ass a goddamn plane ticket or a doggone train ticket. She on the motherfucking Greyhound bus going to wherever the fuck she's gonna go. The police shows up on the bus to get her. How the fuck they find you? That's what she asked them too. Okay? They haul her ass off because they want to question her about Famous. What the fuck would she know about Famous? Okay, we go back out to Julius and Kenyatta. It's dark 30 again. Julius knocked the fuck out. He wakes him up. B really comes out the building, smoke a cigarette. Julius like, fine, let's get this motherfucker. He cock locked, ready to go. And Kenyatta say, no, wait. He got to be waiting on Lou. Why does he have to be waiting on Lou? Because they walked in there together. I guess he got to be waiting on Lou, so we gonna wait it out. We gonna wait it out. And while he telling Julius to calm down, Lou on the other side, Jumbo motherfucker, shoots Julius, kills him dead, shoots Kenyatta, but don't even kill him. Kenyatta ass roll out the fucking car. You know what I'm saying? And stands up to his feet, and then Lou just blasts him in the middle of the street. No silencer, no mask, and it's a fluent ass neighborhood that you know that the label resides in. They ain't in the hood, and he takes Kenyatta out in the middle of the goddamn street. Okay, this was all to show B Rilla that he wasn't no punk bitch. Because B Rilla comes talking about back in the day, I heard you was this, that, and other. And Lou said, I've been this, that, and the other. I ain't never fell off. So this was his way of proving to B Rilla that he, ain't fell off. B Rilla should have cleaned up his own shit. Just like Lou walked his ass up that window and took them out, that he should have did the same fucking thing. I wasn't impressed. This whole fucking episode, I kept saying, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. I will see y'all next week in the next recap and review. Peace.